Okay, so in this video, we're going to just go over some basics and learn some new keyboard shortcuts. So the first thing that I've done is I have created a new folder by going to my desktop and going right-clicking, going new folder. So I've already done that and I've renamed it Insta. So inside here right now is only my project files. In here is a audio file, it's my music, and then in this folder are 7 different clips that I'm going to be using. So that's what we've got there. All right, so let me head into my Premiere Pro. I've opened it up. I'm going to do a new project, and I'm going to name it with the class convention, which is last name, first initial, underscore, and then the name of the project. Now, we always need to change the location, so never skip this over. Make sure that it's in the right location. Right now it's not. So I'm going to go to my desktop, I'm going to Insta, and then I'm going to save it inside there. So I do a double check that my file name is correct and my desktop name is, and then I create. And the default here is a second screen that I always just skip. I go to the lower right-hand corner and click on skip because I don't want to do my imports there. So this is a classic kind of 4-square workspace. This is the editing workspace. If yours doesn't look like this, go into Window, click on Workspace, and then click on Editing. If it still doesn't look like this, go to Window, Workspace, and reset to save layout. Okay, so that always gets you back to your starting place because sometimes you've changed your workspace a lot. So this is what it looks like. Let's kind of go over this. This is the source window. This is the program window. This is where we preview what we're doing. Down here is the project window. This is where we import media. And then here is the timeline. Okay. So the very first thing we're going to do is set this up for a vertical reel. Okay. So it's going to look different. And we have to do this at the beginning. We can't really do this later on. We need to do it right now. And so I am going to come up here and I'm going to do File, New, and then Sequence up here. So another shortcut for that is you could do Control N for a new window, but this is what I'm going to do. And then I have something that pops up, okay? Usually our default is HD 180, but I'm going to head into where it says Social, and then I'm going to do Portrait 9:16, not the 4:5, but the 9:16, which is our standard. So I'm going to click on it and look over here to the right. This makes the frame size 1080 by 1920. So if we are doing landscape, it would be opposite. It'd be 1920 by 1080, but we're going to do 1080 times 1920. And then once we've done that, we're going to just press enter, and that has it set up. And we'll see how that works later. All right. So we're going to import all of our audio, and there's different ways to do that. One way is to go here, File, and then Import. Another way is to just do the shortcut, which is Control I. And I'm going to click on the audio. It's going to show up here. I'm going to do Control I again. Then I'm going to go into Social Media Sports, and I'm going to click on the first one, hold down the Shift key, click on the last one, and then those are there as well. So everything is here. And I always like to change name or title of the clip. I click on name, and then it is in alphabetical order, which makes it, for me, just a little bit easier to find things. So we're in here in the left-hand corner. Here's the epic dramatic music. I want you to notice something. So for example, for blue volleyball, We have a waveform in front of kind of a gray box. That means there's both video and audio in there. Same down here with Green Surfer, there is video and audio. Look at the golf. The golf is an MP4 and it doesn't have a waveform, so that kind of makes me a little nervous, but Epic Dramatic has a waveform, so I know that's audio only. So I'm going to drag that and I'm going to drag it to A1. Okay. All right. So this is where, anytime I do something significant, I just do Control S to save. But there is an automatic save feature, and I want to show you where that is. So I'm going to go to Edit, and then I'm going to go down to Preferences, and then I'm going to go down to Auto Save. And sometimes the autosave function says it's going to save every 15 minutes. I like to change it to every 5 minutes. So I just kind of click that in, change that to 5. And maximum project versions, especially on a long project, I might make this really big, but right now I'm going to say it's for 30. Okay. And then I come down and press OK. And so now I know that every 5 minutes it's going to save. So the worst thing that can happen is I'm going to lose 5 minutes of work. Okay, so I'm going to click on this audio right now, and I am going to be just working with this audio file. So I want to see it bigger. So I'm going to use a new key. It's the tilde. It's used in Spanish. It's in the very top left-hand corner of your keyboard. It's right under the escape button. So I'm going to press the tilde, and this is what it looks like. So I can see my timeline quite a bit bigger. But I want to see it bigger yet. So right now, I'm going to press my plus key. And then I'm also going to hold down my Alt. So plus key makes it bigger horizontally. To make it bigger vertically, I'm going to hold down my Alt key and do plus there too. Okay, so it's a little easier to see right now. So now that I've done that, I am going to create some transitions. Well, actually, I think the first thing I'm going to do is cut some of it. So I'm going to come up here to my time code, which is in my upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to click on my time code, and I'm going to put in 12:15, and then press enter. That's 12 seconds and 15 frames. And my playhead, this blue kind of home base thing, popped over to 12:15. Okay, now I've got my clip highlighted, and I'm going to use a shortcut to cut this clip. And that's especially helpful in this tilde mode because you can see that I don't have my toolbox. So I'm going to do Control K to cut it. Okay. And now I can click on this right side or this left side. But what I want to do is I want to delete my left side. So I'm going to click on my left side and press the delete button. Okay, so now I have this kind of blank area. So I'm going to right click in the blank area and do ripple delete, and that will use it to close the gap. Okay, so I'm going to edit the mode. I'm going to edit this right now. Let me just see what I'm going to do. And I'm going to edit it in tilde mode. Okay. And actually, what I think I'm going to do is actually go to 10:14. So let's go my time code to 10:14. And I'm going to do Control K again. And this time I'm going to delete the right-hand side. And I don't need to do ripple delete because there's no gap. Okay. So now I've got this very little clip here. So I'm going to use my plus key again so I can see it better. And what I'd like to do is right now, this music starts and stops and it's very abrupt. So what I'm going to do now is try and do a soft transition on both sides. So you'll notice that as my arrow goes to, my cursor goes to the right-hand side, it turns into a bracket. And so once I've done that, when it goes into a bracket, I'm going to go down here to the bottom and I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to apply default transition. And look what happens. This default transition means that it has a soft fade out there. And if I want to see how many seconds that is, I can double click on it. And this is a 1 second transition, and that's fine with me. So now I need to do the same thing to the left side. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come down to the bottom left, and I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to apply the default transition. Okay, so I've done that twice. Okay. So one thing that I'm going to do now is, this is what my audio file looks like. I'm going to actually lock it, and it's always a good idea once you're finished with something to lock something. And then you can always unlock it to do other things, but I don't want anything to happen to this. I'm going to lock it. This is also important because I want to put some markers up here on the ruler. And so I need to lock it before I can do that. Otherwise, the markers would be within the audio clip. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is put in some markers, and I've listed it on the sheet of paper, but what I'm going to do is come up to my time code, and I'm going to actually make seven different markers. And my first one is going to be a 9. Enter, my playhead pops in 9 frames over. And then I'm going to simply do the M button, M for marker. And when I did that, above my playhead, a little kind of arrow shows up. So I'm going to do this 6 more times for a total of 7. So the next one is 206. And then I press M, a new marker shows up. And then it's 313, enter, M for marker. Then it's 421, M for marker. And then it's 529, enter, M for marker. And then it's 707, enter, M for marker. And then it's 815. Enter, M for marker. So to double check, I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. I've got 7. And then I'm going to do one last thing to this. So I am in this kind of different mode where I can just see my timeline. And now I want to go back to normal view. So I'm going to press the tilde key again, right under the escape. And so I return here. So I'm doing this because I want to see the VU meter. And right now on the screen, my VU meter is here on the right-hand side, lower right-hand side. So I'm going to go to the very beginning, and I want to show you something. So on this VU meter, I want the highest volume to be between 6 and minus 6 and minus 12. And I don't want my VU meter to go into the red. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. I'm going to play this, and I could play it over here in my program menu. I could press play, or I can use the space bar to play. So I'm going to play it, and I want you to look and see what happens with the VU meter. So it really just plays super loud at the red, and I don't want that at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to normalize this clip so that it doesn't go up here to 0. So I'm going to highlight my clip. Okay. Highlighting my clip. And then I'm going to, you know what I need to do? It's not highlighting because I have locked the track. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to unlock my track. And then I'm going to highlight the clip. And then I'm going to go all the way up to my very top menu. And I'm going to go up here to sequence. And then I'm going to go down here to normalize mix track. Okay. I'm going to click on normalize mix track and it says, well, what do you want to normalize it to? So I want to normalize my track to this should say 0 when you do it, but now I'm going to say that I want to normalize it to -6. I'm going to press OK. And now let's play it and see if it goes into the red or that if it peaks around -6. It should peak around -6. So I'm going to play it. So that's exactly what I want to do. And then I'm going to now come back over and lock my track. And that's the end of video 1.